You getting any views and shit?
Mm-hmm. I'm getting views, but I'm not getting a lot of hits. I mean, let's be honest. I'm doing a 10-hour this. I'm not doing any really true editing of the videos except putting them into 1-hour chunks, and that's it. I'm doing like part 1, part 2, part 3, blah blah blah. But I'm not really doing all this stuff that the little microwave generation wants. You know, hot, fast, and now. I'm just posting what I do and dumping it on the just get some content up there. But it really is until I get live streaming. You don't use YouTube?
I watch YouTube all the time. That's where I watch Altari and I watch Critical Role and just not you yet.
Well, why should you? You just find me on Twitch or while you're doing it.
I can still go over there and throw you a follow. You need 50 of them, right?
Yeah, I need 50. And all it's going to be doing is just so I can live stream. I don't plan to tailor any videos, at least not at the moment. So it is just so I can dual stream.
Why don't you dual stream on Kick or something?
I don't like Kick. Kick is nasty. I'm sorry. I find Kick to be dodgy.
Why?
Because every time you're on Kick, half of it is just porn and adult sites and shit like that. Not unless they've changed since I got it last.
Kick? I don't think you think Kick is what it is. Well, Kick is just another Twitch. Just they just pay more. They give you 50% off the bat instead of 25.
Oh, okay.
They're just not as popular as Twitch.
How do you?
It's not as.
Can you OBS to Kick?
Yeah, I do.
Can I dual stream?
And it's basic. Yeah, it's basically the same setup as Twitch. Like there's a top right, you click on the little logo and it takes you to your creator dashboard. It almost looks identical to Twitch.
Huh. Hey, if it's an avenue, it's an avenue to go. Are you doing okay on it?
I got like 14 followers.
Oh well,
it's hard to pay attention to Twitch as it is, and I haven't got a lot of traction or anything on Kick, so I don't even bring it up. So if anybody comments it, I kind of just miss it.
Fair enough. Okay,
but
well, I'll look into it. I mean, if it's another way,
you can. I personally couldn't figure it out, but in OBS, because I usually just put my creator dashboard up from Twitch so I could see my comments and my viewers and stuff like that. But apparently, you could see your comment section and stuff on OBS too. Uh-oh. And there's a way. So like my top right part. So my top middle is my what I'm streaming and my camera. The top right is my message board on my Twitch where people send the messages, and the top left is whether I get any follows or subscriptions and stuff.
Your stats.
There's a way on there's a way on OBS where you can link both Kick and Twitch to the one message thread, and you can tell whether somebody's messaged you from Kick or Twitch just by the logo next to their name.
Yeah,
so you could have it all on the same message thread, and I couldn't figure out how to turn that on to where both avenues.
Well, I might mess around with that tomorrow. I might mess around with that tomorrow, but I know YouTube, and I know a few YouTube Twitch dual streamers, and yeah, I know about that little icon that shows which one they're talking from. So yeah, I definitely understand that. I'll find out about the Kick thing. As far as viewing your chat, yeah, I have. Funny enough, I've got my Twitch stats up plus my stream chat. I have it set to I could see who's in the chat, and I just hit refresh every once in a while to see who's actually in there. Some people lurk, so I don't really call them out because they don't want to be called out. They just want to lurk. And on the right-hand side is my stream info. I know how to do exactly what you asked to do, where you can set up your stream in there, and you can set up a lot of stuff. It's all using docs and browser docs. But actually, what I used...
Yeah,
go ahead.
Because you're supposed to, like, the top left, you're supposed to combine Twitch and Kick, be able to combine both. That way you can see follows, subscribes, all that stuff on one side. And on the other side, you have your message thread where people message you in your chats, and it puts both Kick and Twitch's messages in the same chat thread, but you can tell which one is coming from because they put the Twitch or the Kick logo next to it.
Yeah, that's a third-party server.
You don't have to have multiple screen. Yeah, you don't have to have a. But you're supposed to be able to do it on OBS, and I cannot figure it out.
See, I know OBS only has one stream option, and that's usually like the stream key for Twitch. You know what that is. I think any dual stream has to be done through a third party. So you log into that website and you link it to OBS, and OBS pumps it to the website, which then splits it off. That's the only way I know to do.
Is Stream Elements a third party, or is that?
That's third party, yeah. I use Stream Elements because somebody put my chatbot to Stream Elements, but I don't really use it much anymore. I use Mix It Up.
That's what I use. I use Stream Elements, and that's where, yeah, I can't figure out how to, because Stream Elements lets you stream to Twitch, Kick, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and then some other streaming service I've never heard of before.
I'll have to look that up.
It has like 6 different ones that you can stream to off of Stream Elements.
Yeah, see, I also use a third-party add-on called Mix It Up. It's a third-party software, and what it does overlays on your OBS. It doesn't actually add. It adds a small. It doesn't add any add-ons or anything to OBS, and it's really quite nice because what I have it do is because I do these long streams, 10, 12 hours. I have my videos broken down. I have a macro set up where it automatically stops my record every hour and starts it back up in 5 seconds. So then I have 1 hour segments that I can upload to YouTube versus one big 12-hour stream. And I like that a lot.
You like it a lot?
A lot.
You don't dual stream, do you, Bob? It's just on Twitch?
Just on Twitch for the moment, yeah. I'm using Blarg. I just answered a whole bunch without holding my push to talk. And now my brain hurts. So I'm only streaming on Twitch right now because I'm using original OBS, and that does not support multi-streaming without significant modding.
Right.
But I couldn't get Stream Elements version of OBS to run stable on my system. It doesn't like a lot of the other video editing stuff that I'm running.
I'm hoping to upgrade my computer, my tower. I want to get like the best. I have a monitor and I want to get 2 more.
I recommend it. I'm running a 3-monitor setup myself right now.
I wouldn't mind having a 4-monitor setup, if we're being honest, because I'm like, I may not pay attention sometimes, but I'm like the king of multitasking, especially now that basketball and hockey season has started. I'll be on my game on 1. My other 2 would be my, Kick and Twitch, and then my 4th monitor would probably be like my ESPN, my betting websites, and all that stuff. I have a problem.
It sounds like it.
I had like 480 bucks in my account the other day. Now I'm down to 60. I'll get that back. I'll get that back. I haven't actually had to deposit money into my account, so I usually put 50 to 100 in, and then I just play with that until it's gone. And then if I lose it before my next paycheck, I'll just wait until I get paid.
I am like the only person I know that can gamble responsibly.
What is that? No gambling at all?
No, I gamble. I just have a very fixed monthly allocation for my budget that I'm allowed to gamble. It's very small. It's only like $100.
You do online stuff, or you go to like casino, or?
Mostly, I go to the Seminole Hard Rock Casino.
Okay.
Though I do engage in some illegal sports betting through a proper bookie.
You stop it. I don't understand why people have to go to bookies anymore, because most states allow online betting now. DraftKings and FanDuel and MGM, they all have online casinos that you just play on an app.
Because I would rather support my local bookie who's only like 100,000 than further enrich billionaires.
That's you know what? That's the same attitude as saying, I don't want to watch online porn. I'd rather go to my local prostitute because I want to keep my money local. You don't support your local bookie. That's not a goal in life.
I think he got you there, Bobo.
To support my local bookie.
I
love it.
I have a goal of not further enriching billionaires that causes me to vote very heavily with my wallet. Like, I get all of my cleaning supplies, my soap, my socks, and my underwear from Good.Store.
What's that?
I pay almost. It's a web store owned by Hank and John Green that gives 100% of all of its post-tax profits to Partners in Health.
What's that?
Partners in Health is a global charitable organization that is seeking to fix all of the healthcare problems in the world that exist from corporate greed, basically.
Oh, okay.
So
you mean like
right now their three biggest projects are trying to get the polio vaccine rolled out to everyone in India, which is the last major country to not be completely inoculated against polio.
Sure, it's very rural in India, most of it.
Right.
I know it. I used to live there.
Did you?
Yeah, I lived there when my mom and my aunt worked over there. When I was a kid, we were over there in 2000, 2001.
Nice. How old were you?
For 2 years.
How old were you?
12, 13.
You remember all the food and stuff?
Dude, I fucking miss the hell out. So my aunt married an Indian guy, and his mom taught her how to cook before they moved back to the States. So when he gets homesick, she'll cook Indian food, and we'll all do. Oh, dude.
Yeah, it's a business, isn't it? Dude, I love Indian food.
We just got an Indian restaurant in town too, and I'm there like all the time.
Yeah, I love me a good Indian.
The other two major projects that Partners in Health is working on is they are trying to bring down the cost of tuberculosis treatment, especially in third world countries where tuberculosis is still a significant problem. Like, most Americans don't even think about tuberculosis as being an issue, but it still kills more people globally than any other two diseases combined.
What about like...
Yeah,
okay.
And then the third one is they're building a maternity hospital in the capital of Sierra Leone, the country that leads the world in its maternal and infant death rate.
Good for them. There's a couple billionaires that I would support. Like, I don't I don't know if you saw the project that Mark Cuban has going on with making medications and stuff more affordable.
No.
Yeah, so Mark Cuban, he was the owner of the Dallas Mavericks, and he is doing this thing where it's a medication program, and he is allowing him and his team to negotiate prices for medications that are otherwise super expensive, and they basically buy the generic type, which are just as effective, and people can enroll in those medication programs, and they're like pretty dirt cheap, and they cover most. I think his list of medications has because I mean there's a lot of pushback, especially from the pharmacy industry, because they want their money. But I think his list of medications with that program that he started has grown to like over 100 different medications now. I can't remember what it's called, so you have to Google Mark Cuban healthcare thing. He did a big tour on all the news stations and podcasts and stuff recently about it, trying to advertise for it and get people to be like, hey, you don't have to pay outrageous amounts of money to cover prescriptions on your insurance. I mean, I'm driving, so I can't really do it. Mark Cuban, I think, genuinely a good dude. He does a lot of charity stuff. He sold his like majority share of the Mavericks, so he could concentrate on doing more nonprofit stuff.
That's good on him. Yeah, I've heard positive things about him, but when it comes to rich people, I usually just stay away. I mean, they seem to be doing okay for themselves. They really don't need me.
I know I say so full talk, but he's also very vocal about him voting Democrat. And he's also for paying more taxes. He's like, dude, I have more money than I could, than I know what to do with. And if they up taxes, whatever, I'm fine with it.
Here's how I look at it. I don't know where Americans have gotten the idea in any way, shape, or form that because you make more, that you should pay above and beyond more. Very much, the Constitution says we're all equal. So as far as I'm concerned, if you make $10,000 a year and you pay 20% taxes, you're paying $2,000. If you make $1 million a year and you pay 20% taxes, you're paying $200,000. I am 100% as left can be, but I am very much about a flat tax. I am so adamant about a flat tax, it's unreal. I don't believe success should be penalized. I don't believe it should be rewarded any more than what the success inherently does get rewarded. Like, you don't start talking to politicians and you don't start sitting at presidents' tables. If you guys remember the inauguration of Donald Trump this last time, do you remember who was sitting there with him? Trump, Bezos, Zuckerberg, and Musk. One who had the largest civilian privatized space industry. One who has the largest internet established system in the world. One who has the largest online storage presence and shopping. I mean, it's nuts, dude. It's nuts who is sitting at the Trump's table.
That like 100% of Facebook runs on Amazon.
Does it? I didn't know. AWS?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
AWS runs 46% of the internet right now.
Yeah. So you tell me, I don't think the billionaires give two tosses or need us at all. I wouldn't support one to save my life.
The problem is that with the way that the U.S. Income tax is currently tiered, the poorest third of the population pays a higher percentage of taxes than the richest 1%.
Well, most of the bottom 50% don't even pay taxes.
Yeah, but I'm talking about just the bottom third of taxpayers.
Oh, taxpayer
people who do pay taxes.
Yeah, well, when I mean taxpayers, I mean people that actually pay taxes at the end of the year. They actually have more money that goes out than what they get back. So, like me, normally my taxes out a year because I'm retired is about $5,000 or $6,000, and I usually get back about $2.5, $3 of that. So I only pay about $3,000 a year in taxes because of, like child tax benefits, stuff like that. So I'm only paying about 10%, but I've always only paid 10% because I've always had kids. But yeah, I strongly believe. But the other thing I believe about a flat tax is no deductions. You want to do a kid? That's fine because that's just future taxpayers. You're giving back by, producing. But all these people get all these benefits off of this and off of that. Their houses, they get lawyers and accountants that know how to finagle shit. It's not made for me and you. The tax system isn't made for us anymore. It's made for these rich people so they can get off free. And it really is. It's just all these deductions and everything. It's made by rich people for rich people.
And that's one of the reasons why I'm for taxing them more. Fuck them.
Right? Yeah.
Like I'm saying, I mean, I get it to an extent. Like there are people that work their ass off to get what they earned and stuff. But like at the same time, some of these people make so much fucking money and pay no taxes. And they run these corporations that mistreat their employees, like fucking Amazon. These people, there's been like 12 deaths in the last couple of years in Amazon fucking factories because they don't,
Think about it. I don't need rich people to pay more taxes. Just pay what you already owe, and let's leave it at that.
Right.
So you pay your 20%, but you get no deductions, right? If all the rich people paid all their taxes with no deductions, and say maybe it's the poor people, it is what it is. Believe me, there'd be a lot more money in the government. But the government doesn't want the government to have money. The government wants the rich people to have money. That's because it's the rich people it's the rich people that push countries forward. It always has been. The rich and powerful push countries forward, but it's the poor people that build.
Let me interrupt you there because I mean you're not wrong.
Oh, I know I'm not wrong.
If you look at the most prosperous point in relatively recent human history, it is from World War II until the 1980s.
Yes.
And during that time, the global economy was building up to becoming the strongest that it has ever been. And during that time, the United States government taxed the top 1% of earners, topped all earnings above $200,000 a year at 94%.
But
crazy. That's crazy.
That doesn't sound right.
FDR funded all of his social programs, Social Security, the federal work programs that built that fixed the Dust Bowl and that fixed all of the that helped recover from the Great Depression, that did the federal work programs that built the interstate system. All of that was off of taxing anybody who taxing all income above $200,000 at 94%. This forced the richest of companies to reinvest in their companies to avoid paying that tax. Because it wasn't just personal income, it was also corporate income that was taxed at that rate. Adjusting for inflation, that would be like taxing everything above $200 million at 94%.
So how does that conflict with what I said?
Well, it's not a flat tax, for one.
No, I know it's not a flat tax. I wish it was a flat tax.
But by taxing the ultra-rich at an excessively high rate, it forced a gigantic economic boom because and wages were gradually rising because so that they didn't have to pay that huge tax, companies were just paying their employees better.
Yeah.
And the more money that's in circulation, the healthier the economy is.
Well, you're not going to see Republicans do that, because if you start taxing people more equally, that's what they like to refer to as the devil socialism. They're not going to do that. So they would rather.
You should get rid of the fire department and the police department, because those are all socialist programs. So
Yeah, they are, no doubt. Or privatize it.
Yeah, right. They privatized the prisons, and now it's so crazy how that system works. Like, the government pays these prisons, like, our taxpayer money goes to pay these private corporations to house people, and these judges will give, like, longer sentences than what are deserved for certain crimes, because they have to maintain, like, a 80% occupancy rate to qualify to get government assistance or government payments and stuff. It's like, dude, that's fucking crazy to me.
Yeah, you shouldn't have quotas for prisons. I don't even see any point of things like that. A quota for a prison, occupancy quotas.
That is crazy to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But any hoozle, back off politics here.
Flat tax.
What are you working on, Bob?
Carpentry. I just hit 12.
Nice. What do you
I'm just
what do you
spamming
got
box chairs right now.
Oh, there you go. Are you past the point where turning gneiss into sand gives you XP, or are you still?
If you're on 12, you're about there.
It's currently at trivial but not mastered, and although I just hit 13, so it's probably at mastered now.
What about gneiss? What about sand from limestone?
He might need a few more levels for that. I think that's like level 13.
It just went from impossible to hard.
All right, you want to start that now. You want to start that? Yeah, because I gained 5 levels doing that from around 12 or 13. I'm no joking. I just grabbed a whole batch of it and just let it run.
If you can get a full inventory.
Yep.
In the pail over there, that full inventory, not only will it give you sand to help you with your alchemy, but it should give you. I think a full inventory gave me about 4 levels.
Yeah, exactly what it did for me. I went from 12 to 15 or 12 to 16 or 13 to 17, something like that. It was nuts, dude. That one thing that was nuts. Yeah, you want to do that sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I'm about to, as soon as I'm done burning through this pile of wood, I'm going to head out to harvest limestone. I did have like almost a chest full of limestone, but I turned all of that into lime for leatherworking and other stuff.
No idea.
All right, so there's a chest up at the top of the warehouse where I put a row of, when you go up to the top of the stairs, it's on the left. It's the chest below the weapons chest. So there's 2 weapons chests. There should have been like 3 or 4, but there's 2 weapons chests. It's the chest below it because the weapons chests are filled up.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's 8 of them in there, and I've got a reserve of like 20. So we're fine.
Iron or wrought iron?
Wrought iron. If we want iron, cool. I'm filling up my 4 wood chests with wood so I can keep the charcoal going, and I'm going to go out and get another batch of wrought iron. So I figure if I had 2.5 chests, or 2, if I had 2 chests, I think I'm fine. But if I had 3 chests, yeah, that would make Mandemikc a happy camper. So I might just do that. Well, tomorrow morning I'll do 1 row now, and I'll get that on the kiln because I'm going to come off here in about an hour. Then I'm going to, first thing in the morning, I fill up the charcoal, I go out and do another run. So hopefully by tomorrow afternoon, next day, we'll be good.
So if I go out and gather you an inventory full of iron ore for wrought iron, do you have a place I could put it, or I could just put it in a chest in my house and just leave it
and I'll see you. Yeah.
I'll just message you and tell you where I left it.
Well, that's fine. Even if I go out and I get enough to do all these, I'll still take the wrought iron because I can still make them for you. I'll take whatever. Yeah, right. Absolutely. What is that?
Oh, that was the closest fall I've ever had. Landed with 1 hit point.
I went out to the swampland south of Pladen, and I was getting limestone and rose hips and cotton. And there's a large body of water that I was trying to swim across. And I was like 5 feet away from the other side, and I ended up dying. So I ended up eating some food. And then I did the swim again. And I made it across, and I had like 40 health left.
And I'm dead.
You're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, this is the first day I came on this morning. It's about 6 o'clock my time in the morning, and there was nobody on for the first 3.5 hours. It was just me and the voice chat. I've never had that before.
Yeah, well, it's usually because Chuck's usually always on.
Yeah, Chuck's and Grump are usually on.
I'm so used to dropping everything on death that I'm running back to my corpse.
Yeah, they turned that off, at least for the time being. They got a lot of complaints about it being a little too harsh of a penalty. I had like 20 stacks of limestone, 100 per stack, you know? And then I fucking died and I lost 20% of every stack. I was like, Jesus Christ, that's a really harsh penalty. Do errands after work too. I might not even be able to be on until 5 o'clock. I'm hoping in a few weeks when I'm hoping about 30 to 40% of these plots drop off. Like I want the game to be successful, so I'm hoping people do stay, but like I doubt a lot of the game passes and stuff. I think the retention rate for game pass is probably about 30%. Is it was one of them. Dan the Hunter is another one, or he's another one. But I think it's because they also found good people to play with. I like to consider myself good people. Do you need charcoal? Okay, well, between now and the time I get home, I think charcoal kiln would be able to. So, like, if you started all 8 pieces of a charcoal kiln, they'd probably be done by the time I get home. So, if you want, you can empty my charcoal kilns on my base if you fill them back up. That way, they're ready for me when I get back. Because they're all full. They're all full right now, and I think there's what 2, 4, 6, 7. I think I have 8 charcoal kilns over there. That's a good hour and a half ritual right there. But yeah, so I'm not using it. It's just sitting there, and I know it'll be done if you refill them by the time I get home. So if you want to grab those to help you start cooking even more stuff, then anything to speed up. No. Right. All right. Well, yeah. Go ahead and do that if you want. I think that plot sets up clan shared. If it's not set to clan share, you might not be able to take it out. I think it is though, because you know what? It might be because Bob was using it to make glass.
Yep. So
By the way, I have about 4 to 5. I've been like slowly cooking some glass in one of the kilns as I get sand, and I have like 4 or 5 stacks of it in the chest. Or I can just keep going until I fill up a chest and then give it to you. I don't care. I'm not doing alchemy. No, I didn't get on until just like when I messaged you. Yeah, that we may need you to change that. Well, we're going over plan logos at the moment for how we want, because Gizit went through and he made a clan recruitment, and we want to have like some kind of logo to go with the clan, and I think one of them had like a lion with a lightning bolt. You guys should hear Gizit's clan recruitment that he came up with. Yeah, dude, I like it. Let's see if I can find it. Gotta pull up my Discord. Doodah. I gotta go to my messages. Doodah.
Come on, get the fuck back.
So, says, join Shockingly Average, where mediocrity meets excellence. Are you tired of winning every match and getting all the glory? Do you long for a community of people who are just good enough to get by, but not good enough to actually win? Then Shockingly Average is just the clan for you. And Shockingly Average, we promise, completely unremarkable gameplay. Why be the best when you can be, well, not the worst? No pressure, win or lose. It's all the same. The only thing that matters is you showed up, kinda. Top tier memes, because let's face it, you'll be spending more time laughing than playing. A quote, no skill required policy. Forget practice, we're here for the grind of doing absolutely just enough.
Forget practice, we're here for the grind. I love that. That is so good.
If you're tired of elite clans and their obsession with winning, come find your true calling in the world of perfectly average gameplay. Here we embrace the bare minimum and elevate it to an art form. Apply now to be part of the most shockingly average team you'll ever play with. We're here, we're mediocre, and we couldn't care less about being anything else.
I love it.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good.
Oh man, that's like the perfect mantra for us. And like the way we've been playing since 1.0's come out, that's absolutely accurate.
That's so funny. Yeah, I like it.
Well, I just discovered the hard way that the mountains that separate us from the wilds are impassable. You have to go around.
Oh, you should have asked me. I did the exact same thing you did.
I love mountain climbing.
I do too. That's why.
There's a trail that goes right by the wolf cave that leads out into the Pale.
Yes, there's one way up there though.
On the south side of
the wolf cave. It's closer to us in the Badlands or Scrublands.
There's a wolf cave on the southeast side of Avon, and there's a path that goes right by it and leads up into the mountains and through into the Pale, where all the limestone's at.
Really?
Yeah, that's where I'm at now.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to check that out because I checked all around there and I couldn't find anything. But I'll check again if you say it's there.
Look, open up your map. Look at where I'm at.
I can't see. Was that you going over the mountains, or did you do that
just
path?
Just south of me is the path. No, I took the path, and now I'm trying to find.
You see the little, yeah, you can see the path on the map if you zoom in.
You're talking about that dashed line?
Yes.
Yeah,
that's no weird near that wolf cave. What are you talking about?
There's a wolf cave right above. Look.
No, I know where that's at, but that's not near it. Near it would be like, here's a wolf. 2 steps to the left is a path. That's not near it. Jesus, you fuckers! I hate you fuckers.
That's not what I meant.
You got me excited, you piece of shit.
You're not adjacent.
You got me excited for a proper path. Instead, it's like, oh, it's the one I've been taking the whole goddamn time. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you people?
There's a clan that set up. There's a clan that set up shop about that path that's built up pretty.
Yeah, I've seen those. I've seen those builds they're doing.
Here.
Oh. You gotta come to check out my pub when you get on. You gotta come see the tavern. I'm very, very happy with it. I mean, it's still, I haven't done any on the inside. It's all near the workshop. It's a work in progress, by the way. But yeah, I think.
Well, if you're making a pub, then maybe I'll put a bunch of like bar type materials and fermenters and stuff to make it look like there's kegs and stuff in there, and I can do winemaking and brew crafting because, like I said, if Grumps ends up leaving, he's our winemaker. So that would open up a profession for me to do, though. So I'd be okay with that.
I've already go look in the basement while you're in there. Just trust me. Just trust me and go look. I think
you already have it. All right.
I think you're going to be quite happy with at least what's gone on so far. Again, it's rough draft, still in the works, but I'm enjoying it.
Hoping once the 30 or 40% of the people that drop off at the end of the first month opens up some plots, we could recruit some more people, and then we could start having them like slowly place plots up the hill so we can still do a clan city.
Yeah, I'd like that. I'm leaving my plot at the top. I'm building a tower no matter what. City or not, I'm building a tower.
Do it. Sure. It sounds like you're really enjoying the tower building aspect of the game right now.
I really am. I wasn't really fond of it too much during, what is it, AP or whatever it's called. It's because it was just towards the end and I was just focused on learning as much as I could. So building for me wasn't really learning. I wanted to know, what kind of weapons I could use. What about smithing? What about this? And only towards the end did I decide to do a little bit of building. But I enjoyed it, man. I really do like building a lot. All right, I've taken what I can. I filled up what I can, an entire inventory full. So, yeah. So I'm going to head out. I'm going to store this coal. Thank you very much. And I'm going to head out. So you still have 4 or 5 of your kilns that are just ready to be picked up.
Did you empty all of them?
Nope, because I didn't have enough wood to empty all of them.
Oh, okay. You just replaced bar for bar or whatever you want to call it?
Yeah, I had full inventory. No, I had a full inventory, so I just took as much coal until my inventory of sapwood was used up.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So it's an even swap. And now I'm empty. I've already done 4 I'm done chopping wood. So I'm just going to go do some iron.
All right. Son of a bitch, dude.
Oh, this is gonna be quick. I've already found like 5 sets of limestone deposits.
There's so much limestone out there.
Hey, Bob.
Yo.
I don't know how dense your limestone is there, but are you able to look at my stream real quick?
Give me 1 sec.
He just said no.
Yeah. He's like, nah, I'm good. I'm all right.
I'm pulling it up right now.
My life is good without this. I'm okay.
Okay. I'm assuming.
Yes. This here and this here.
Those are all limes.
These are the 2 huge deposits. Okay. You go straight east.
Jesus.
You go straight east and you start
There's
here.
a bunch of granite mixed in too.
Yeah, but I only put these on if they're limestone. So if you start here and then you go down to here, you'll be done by the time you get to here. You'll be full. Guaranteed. Unless someone else is getting there. These 2 deposits here are massive. Really good chunks of limestone.
Lots of limestone out in the PvP zone too.
Shut up. No one cares. God, why do you have to get involved?
Are you running a mod? Because I don't have that symbol for my map.
You do. Control, then do the right click, and then scroll down.
Oh my god, I didn't know that. I didn't even see the scroll bar.
A few people didn't. Yeah, I was surprised because I tried it from the beginning and I saw it, but a lot of people didn't know you could do that.
What symbol did you use? Did you not use the pickaxe?
No, I used...
He's using the pickaxe with the rock.
Yeah, so that's my alternate ore. So the main ore, like iron, wrought iron. Yeah, wrought iron and iron.
I use the hammer and anvil for metal and the pickaxe for stone.
Oh, no. I actually never thought of using the hammer and anvil for metal. That's actually not a bad idea.
Ooh.
Yeah, but yeah, so the rock with the pickaxe is my alternate ore. But I only put on there stuff I really care about. Like copper and tin, I don't put that on the map. That's for younglings. That's for new people.
Yeah, I only use the pickaxe for any kind of iron, so impure iron, pure iron.
Same.
And then granite.
Yeah, I don't
use it for tin or copper. I don't use it for neat. And I don't use it for limestone because usually when you go out for limestone, there's so much of it.
Well, I might end up taking it off now that I know exactly where they're at, because they're in such large deposits right there. I mean, you get 85, 90% just in those 2 deposits.
After a while.
Yeah.
For early access, despite being very close to a pale region, I had a great deal of trouble finding limestone.
Yeah, it's one
So
of
I
those
got into
things,
the
man.
habit of marking it because I was used to it being rare.
Yeah, it's one of those things you know when you know, but not until you know.
Like, I had a mining camp set up just outside, in an old forest right outside of a pale biome, and I would scour that entire biome and find maybe 3 groups of deposits.
Yeah, that's not a lot.
Mind you, that was a pale biome inside of a home valley, so not in the wilds.
Oh, so they populate differently, do they?
Probably.
Probably. When I'm done recovering my skills back up to what they were before the wipe, I'm gonna make another pilgrimage around to all of the Petra days, and while I do that, I'm gonna go check out my old stomping grounds in Plodden and see if the limestone is still just as rare over there as it was during early access.
In Pladen?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's absolutely the same. So we used to be in Pladen also, and we went on limestone runs. We would go to the swamplands where the cotton was south in the wildlands,
Yeah.
and there was a ton of it down there. We didn't even bother going to that pale because there's like 4 or 5, maybe there's maybe 4 or 5 groupings of nodes out there.
And they're all
In
right next to undead spawns.
yeah. I'm struggle busting today.
You all right, sweetie?
I
If I need help, I'm only about halfway done, dude.
Man, it is really nice being able to see the next limestone deposit from the current one. This
Yeah, there's a lot
density
out
is
there.
just really nice. And I've also already got half a stack of Aurum.
Nice. Not nice, Aurum.
Or, gold, because that's what it is. I mean, if they're going to call gold Aurum, then why aren't they calling silver argentium and lead plumbum?
I love gold.
I love Goldmember. Such a good movie.
It totally holds up. I don't care what anybody says. I can't wait. I need them to